All right. Today we had the volatile day in the market, and very quickly I want to show you a quick status update of where we're at in the trading account because we are off to a very strong start for the year. And as I said last night, I thought this would be somewhere around 12% year to date when it updated, but as you can see, it's even higher, above 13%. So what this allows me to do is, being up over 13% so early in the year, is that I now have the luxury to be heavy cash and just sit back and watch. And I'm telling you that early in the episode because that's going to be important on what could happen from here in the market. And remember, if you want to absolutely crush this market, you are falling behind each and every day. You are not getting access to the information that I provide. If you actually want to be a profitable trader this year and you want to do it with proper risk management, the best option I have for you to crush the market is the TSC Trade Alerts, where you're going to get the exact percent allocations that I suggest for every single day and week through the year. And all you need to do is follow along. And also, if you want access to more technical analysis covering various stocks with only trade ideas where you actually have to go put in the work yourself, that is the Stocks Channel Discord. Both of those services that I offer you can have one or the other or both. They're all in the description of this video as well as the comment section. And you will crush this market if you follow the things that I teach you with the trade setups that I'm giving you. You are going to absolutely obliterate this market, as you can tell from my year-to-date gains already. So it's a brand new trading year. Start the year on a very strong note. That way you have the luxury of sitting in cash and waiting when the market becomes uncertain. And we're going to need that patience to wait and see where the market wants to go, because we always follow the chart and follow price. And sometimes you just want to be in cash and watch and wait for the next best opportunity. All right, so looking at SPY, we were down 1.13%. And I talked about this last night of how we were still putting in lower highs, especially because we were getting that rejection at 598. And I was mentioning that if we were going to be bulls, we needed to get out above 598. And that is not what happened today. So there was really never any reason to be bullish on the day. If anything, you had the immediate rejection. That told you we had weakness with that risk level to short from. You also have the lower high just above 600. So you had very clear risk levels. And I talked about this just last night, how this was actually my favorite trade setup because it had the lowest risk, was just a simple short trade from resistance. And if it didn't work, you basically had to take a very small loss. And if it did work, you had a very large gain. And those trades I take every single time because the low risk and the high reward make it worth it. And in my opinion, I even like the odds with the lower high rejections. It wasn't even like I had to take a shot in the dark and hope I was catching a top. This is very clearly following the chart, looking like lower highs. And that is why I took that short trade today and totally mitigated all losses on a day that some people probably had a very miserable day as they were holding long positions, hoping the stocks would go higher and totally ignoring the chart. Did I know for sure the market would go lower today? Of course not, but there was a damn good chance it would, and it was a good risk reward that it could. And to me, that's good enough because I am simply a trader. I am not trying to predict the future. I am simply taking the next best trade setup, and this was it. So hopefully some of you watched that video last night and understood all of the things that I was talking about because they played out very well today. And now we really need to look at the possibility that this could be a low volume sell-off on a bear trap. And the reason I'm telling you that is because we also have the potential that the bulls could be trying to put in a double bottom, and this could be their higher low, and this could have been the bear trap. Scare out all of the paper hands and weak hands that didn't know why the hell they were long anyway. Now they're starting to panic, they're selling, and they're possibly even starting to short. And then we just continue to reverse higher, rip their faces off, get that bull breakout above 598 off of the higher low bounce right around 587. So above 587 and even 584, I now totally flip which trade I like best because now all of the risk reward favors the bulls. And if all of the risk and reward favors the bulls, and I know it's a bull market and still a bull trend, there is no way I'm staying short overnight. So I would definitely look at the opportunity to go long from 587 or 584. And from here, you really need to hold on tight because if it starts to work, we're going to start pushing higher to a brand new all-time high by the end of the month. So don't let this one drop. This is definitely a trade you should be considering. Whether you're bearish or not, this is the next best trade setup. And all of the risk lies on the breakdown below 584 because if we break down below 584, we are likely going down into the low 570s. This is as simple as it gets. There will still be people that mess it up, but it's long until we break down. And if we break down, take your small loss and look for these lower targets to either buy the dip at a lower support or just short below the breakdown, knowing that we need to hold down below the breakdown to confirm that it's actually going to be a real breakdown and not just a bear trap liquidity grab before we go higher. So all the odds overnight could shift right back into the bulls' favor based on this arrow. This is the only arrow I'm going to draw tonight because if we break down below 584, you know we're going lower. If you really need to see it, here, I'll draw it for you. There you go. Boom. If we break down, we're going lower, but don't assume it's going to happen. I actually like the risk reward to the upside, so I'm going to leave my favorite scenario on here, which is that we have a very good, decent long trade setup coming into our hands here. And don't fumble the ball when you get a beautiful trade setup. You have to act on it because it's very quickly gone if you don't take advantage of it. The SPY long above 584 doesn't get any simpler than that. Just get risk off if we break down below it. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were down 1.78% today, and very similar to SPY. I talked about this last night, how we were getting these lower high rejections, and I told you it was a very good chance if we rejected from here, we were at least going down towards 519, and if 519 can't hold, we're coming back down towards 510 to 514. Now 514 is that level I want you to pay attention to because we did fill the gap, and I now believe, just like I talked about on SPY, that we could get a face ripping rally off of this low. And what you're looking for here is the potential of the same thing I talked about on SPY with the double bottom breakout with the higher low, and then we start ripping off faces towards 538 to 546. Why is this my favorite trade? Because you know exactly when to get risk off. If we start breaking down below 510, then you know we're going down towards 493. If we break down below 510, that is a very small loss, meaning you have very little risk for the potential of very high reward all the way up in the 530s and 540s. That's the trade I am personally taking every single time because more often than not, that is going to lead to profitable trading. When you get the low risk, high reward trades, you have to take them. Whether you like them or not, that is the best trade setup, and you always take the best trade setup because we are price action traders and we don't give a damn what anybody thinks. We have to take the best probability with the best odds and the best risk reward, and that is how we're going to have the best returns, and that is how I'm already up over 13% year to date because I don't have a bias and I know where the risk and the reward lies on the chart. And I am putting myself in those trades and taking advantage of them. There's no other way to do this. If you want to be profitable, you have to learn how to do this. I am teaching this. I spend a ton of time in my Discord talking about the best trade setups and how to become a better trader. And then, of course, if you take my TSC trade alerts, I do all of the work for you. All you need to do is match the percent allocations that I'm giving you. So if you want to come absolutely destroy this market in 2025, consider any of the services that I offer, which you can find out in the description of this video as well as the comment section. And if you follow the things that I'm teaching you, you will absolutely crush this market again in 2025. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.